This is part 2 of Andy Clausen's studio. And yesterday we were talking about this poster from 1984 for Andy and Elliot Cats, and Allen Ginsberg flew in as the guest reader. And now we're going up to
the Lone Star Poetry Festival. That was one that I think Jim Cody was involved in, and maybe were involved in putting this reading on. Cody had the Place of Herons Press, and he was a cab driver.
Had the what?
Place of Herons Press. You know, herons like those big birds.
Right.
And Michael and Nico came from Taos, New Mexico, which is where they were living. Eleanor Crockett, that's Davy Crockett's great granddaughter, and she's was a feisty poet. Konstantin Kuzminsky, emigre from Russia, and wild Russian bohemian poet. I think he's still in this country now. Grady Hillman went down to South America, I heard.
And
Okay.
going over to the...
Oh, was that another Dharma Ware reading? I think so, yeah. Yeah, we have Janine.
No, it was at Joshua's.
Oh, at Joshua's, yeah.
Upstairs.
Elliot Cats came up from Jersey. Janine Palmer Vega, yes, and me. And Steve Marabito, who runs Shiva Stand Press. Poet, anthropologist, traveler. He's yeah. Oh, up top there, that's another Michael Wojcik made poster. In fact, Wojcik promoted that gig. I was at the Liberty Lunch. It was outdoors. We had about 750 people.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually paid too, and the musicians came onto the stage and all that, and there was, the three of us read. Very successful. That picture of me, if you see there. You see which one? Yeah, that was me. I was in my 30s, and Gregory was living with me at the time. And actually, at that moment, Gregory was passing me a dube. But I cut him out of the picture, so, he gets enough publicity.
So here we are at the top of the...
Oh, that one. Another Gestetner Press. The drawings are Wojcik's, but I think Elliot Cats put it together. The New Eurekan Cafe was out of sorts at that time. They were redoing it or something, and Elliot Cats with Miguel Algarin, etc. They started a poetry series at a place on 6th Street called The Shuttle, run by the Sardinian guys, and Alan and I were the opening poetry act of a great series that followed.
And Miguel Algarin just passed away last week.
Who?
Miguel Algarin.
Yeah. He was one of the organizers with the Elliot. And right below Planet News, that was a reading when one of Alan's books came out just right after he died. About a year after, and it was at St. John's of Divine. That wasn't the big one the night that Seinfeld did its last episode, and the place was packed. That one we did in the main place with the pulpit, like in the sky, like way up there, beautiful.
The Fugs and Patti Smith were at that one.
Oh yeah, Patti Smith doing a whole act. She did.
Pedro Pietri and Amiri.
Yeah.
Ann Waldman. Jane Cortez, Ed Sanders.
Yeah.
Andy Clausen, of course.
Yeah, but that's a nice crew. Yeah.
That was a good crew.
But down below, that's a poetry event. That was when Gregory lived with me in Oakland. And we did this gig in North Beach high school gym. Lots of people, and it was Gregory and me, and event. We used that instead of reading because that's what Gregory said. Call it an event. And below that's Billy Robinson, who was a young, dynamic writer, reader at and a good friend of mine. We kind of ran buddies for a while, and he eventually went back to his birth name, William Finkelstein, and became a writer for L.A. Law, won Emmys. A bunch of programs. The one he has out now is called The Good Fight that he's working on. Yeah.
He did Cop Rock.
We've stayed friends through the years.
He did Cop Rock.
Oh yeah, Cop Rock. I loved that too. Though it's been voted like maybe the worst show ever, but I liked it.
It was campy.
Oh,
it was far out.
At least. And that one right there was. Yeah, I used to have a contest. Whose eyes are those? Well, those eyes are Nancy Reagan's eyes, which I cut out of the newspaper. She was looking up at Ron, and put her, to try and make it interesting, put it over the drawing of me. You notice that I did the letters. What do you call that? Catakanki or whatever. Andy Clausen. It went straight, because in those days when we did posters, we had to get these big plastic sheets and rub the letters off.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I didn't have to worry about getting them straight. I could be punk. There's a big long poem by Pedro Pietri, one of the great poets, of our time. That's one of my favorite funny poems. Can you see it, Pamela? The poem?
Yeah. Telephone booth number 905 and a half.
Read it, yeah.
Woke up this morning feeling excellent. Picked up the telephone, dialed the number of my equal opportunity employer to inform him I will not be in today. Are you feeling sick? The boss asked me. No, sir, I replied. I'm feeling too good to report to work today. If I feel sick tomorrow, I will come in early.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good one. I think we're gonna close this section, and we'll come back with some more posters from the studio of Andy Clausen.